JEDI420s's. And that bottle of wine, when I opened it, I actually drank a glass of that shit and got drunk. The only other bottle of wine I ever drank and got drunk on was this bottle that my rich ex-girlfriend...
The bottle that you and I shared?
Yeah. That was... No, that wasn't the one that me and you shared. I had 3 bottles... Yeah, that was some crap shit. I had 3 bottles or whatever. That one that we shared was like a crap bottle, and then I had this other one. You probably seen it, and at the time I said I wasn't going to open it, and I wasn't, and then like something arose where I opened it and ended up drinking it. And I remember drinking only 1 glass of that shit, and by the time I finished that glass, I was Dunsky. Straight Dunsky. And it was the same thing. My ex, Holly bought a bottle of wine one night, and me and Holly just sat there out back. It was the night of the blood moon.
I know the sound.
Yeah, my sister. It was the night of the blood moon or whatever, and we sat out back drinking that bottle of wine on the porch, smoking some weed. And we drank glass for glass, and we shared the whole bottle. And at the end, she poured the end of the bottle in her glass and my glass, and it was the end of the bottle. She finished her glass. I couldn't finish my last glass. I was already Dunsky. And you know what else was awesome about that shit is like, I don't even like, you already know me for 35 years, man. Like, I don't give nobody fucking near not a nothing, not giving nobody nothing. I actually gave her a gram of hash for her birthday, like just before her birthday, because when I met her at a concert, that show that I went to, and I gave her a gram of hash because she said it was going to be her birthday soon, and at that point, I didn't never even know if I was ever even going to see that chick again. You know what I'm saying? Even though I had her number and like, you know, I talked to her a couple times, whatever, but. Long story short is like long after we were together and we was living together and shit, we were sitting there smoking and drinking. She was like, "Oh, I got something to show you." She went and fucking pulled it out. She fucking had like half of the gram of hash that I gave her. Like, I couldn't even get hash anymore. Hands down, couldn't get that shit no more anywhere from anywhere. And she pulled out a half a gram out of the fucking woodwork, like, look what I still got. I was like, what? You still got that shit? I was like, give me that, you motherfucker. Give me that shit right back. And I remember packing a bowl with some of that hash on it. We drank that wine, and it was a done fucking deal. I was done.
Yeah, I was wasted.
Right. I barely made it to the bedroom, and she helped me take my fucking clothes off to get in bed. I was done. And I don't normally get drunk done like that. Like, just don't happen. I'd be more responsible about it. Like, if I start feeling that feeling where like I drank that drink and it was too much, I won't finish that drink anymore, and I'll just stop drinking altogether entirely. And it wasn't even like that. Like, I was sitting there just fine and dandy. They drink that wine, and then like the next thing you know, like it was like, oh, let's get up. I gotta use the bathroom. We'll go inside or whatever the case may be. And that's when it all hit me. As soon as I stood up, it just hit me all at once. I was like, oh man, I didn't even know I was that done for. Like, I'm done.
Oh yeah, I remember my friend Cody. He's only he's 15 now. And he was drinking wine. His best friend regretted it, and so did I.
I only drink good booze these days.
Literally, I regretted it.
Well, it depends on the wine. Some of that stuff is like cheap crap.
He drank the whole bottle and he went crazy.
Whatever that stuff that Holly bought was definitely good. And like, even though it was good, like she didn't really pay that much for a bottle, like as like I thought it would. I think she only paid like $50 or something like that.
15?
50.
That's a lot.
Well, you mean it's about the, if you want, like, I mean, like, you can buy a bottle of like some vodka for like 10, 15 bucks. That stuff It's like drinking rubbing alcohol, and you're more than likely have a headache the next day after you get drunk off that stuff. And you go buy, like, let's say some vodka that costed like 50, 60, $80 a bottle. It'll taste like some good vodka, and like you probably definitely won't have a headache the next day either.
Do you like
Cheetos?
Cheetos?
Oh yeah, I had an idiot friend that drinks
I
a lot.
guess.
I like, don't come around me. Don't come around me. You may be on this PlayStation, but I don't have no time for it. I'll kick you out in a heartbeat. They
Yeah,
had
but
tested the
I
water
don't
with
like
me.
drunk people myself either. I can't stand hanging out with them because they always argue about something. And no matter, even if you're right and blatantly showed them that they were wrong, they still argue about it.
Yeah, that's the problem. You hit, you meet one drunk person, then you start up a
No,
kind and a
I've
nice conversation, and
right,
they
right,
have
and then
a different point of view
just
as you.
right, and they'll argue it and
Yeah.
argue it and argue it and argue it and argue it until they're blue in the face or pass out, whichever one comes first.
Like, I don't like people that always get drunk and I pop up and where I'm at. I'm always the one that try to ignore it.
Right. I try not to even talk to those people because I already know, like, no matter what they're talking about. And then you got those drunks that will sit there and try to argue with you because they're drunk. You know what I mean? Or they try to, like, agitate you and piss you off so you'll fight because that's what they like to do. They like to get drunk and then they like to fight.
That's normal right
I'll
there.
ignore that person or just agree with that person to avoid conflict because that's what they wanted in the first place, was that conflict. And just not to
Me,
give
I
them what
just
they
ignore it.
want, you'll find out they'll get more pissed about not getting what they wanted than you actually giving it to them. That's where I win every time. I mean, I
I
could
just
simply
look.
just go over there and beat some drunk dude's ass because one, he's drunk, so it's not even a fair advantage. Bigger or smaller than me, it doesn't matter. But it's not a fair advantage. I could just beat his ass.
I just sit
But
there and look.
I'd rather
Not
not.
win.
I'd rather not give him what he wanted, and what he wanted was conflict. It's either to sit there and argue until like you're blue in the face, or it was to like fight. Like I had this dude that came to my house one time. I remember he brought a bottle of liquor. We sat there doing shot for shot, smoking some bowls, doing shot for shot. Then the next thing, and I already knew this dude's MO because like it was like my ex-girlfriend's oldest son's uncle's fucking cousin or something like that. And I seen him plenty of times next door because we lived right next door to like her oldest son's like uncle or whatever. And like I seen this dude 101 times. He likes to get drunk. He likes to fucking be belligerent. He likes to argue with people and ultimately to cause a fight because you like to get drunk and you like to fucking fight. And I didn't mind sitting there having some drinks with him, but then he wanted to fucking start popping some shit and talking some shit and this, that, and the fucking third. And so I fucking just was let it go in one ear and right out the other. And my ex-girlfriend was like, "What are you gonna let this dude just sit here and fucking you down talk shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck this dude." I was like, "This dude's MO is fucking getting drunk and wanting to fight. I know what he's fucking trying to do. He's trying to piss me off or agitate me so that I get pissed off and that we can fight about it. Either A, I could just whoop his ass right now and call it a deal and drag his body out of my fucking house, or B, I could be smart about it and fucking be slick." And when this dude had to go use the bathroom, because it was sooner or later, when he had to go use the bathroom, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, this door right here." I showed him out the back. I showed him out the back door to the back porch and off the back porch, and I was like, "Yeah, just hang it right over there." Now outside in my backyard, where they had dug up the fucking whole backyard and put in a whole new septic and water line and whole kinds of shit, right? So there was no grass. The grass was just starting to grow back. It was all dirt, and it was summertime. There was mad fucking fleas, sand fleas out in the fucking dirt because it was just dirt out in the backyard. So like backyard was off limits to the kids, and they knew better not to take the dog out back there, not to go out back there, because there's just tons of fleas out back there, and I mean tons, literally tons, enough that you could stand
Then when
there.
you took them out there was fleas.
Listen, if you stood there for longer than 1 minute, they'd be coating you to the point you could see them coating you. That's how many was out there. Like, I went out there one time, like early in the morning before the sun barely even came up, and the kids were all off to school and shit. And I went out there butt naked one morning and stood there and counted to 60 or 50. I didn't even count a whole fucking minute. I couldn't stand out there for a whole minute. I was being eaten the fuck alive. That's how ridiculous it was. And I showed that shit to my girlfriend or whatever. And the reason why I knew this is I took this bullshit white carpet. It was like a white or beige carpet off my back porch and put it out in the backyard there. And the next time I saw it, it was black. I was wait a minute. Wasn't this carpet like white or beige or something like that? Why is it fucking black? And I went out there and looked at it closely and realized it was moving. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm high. I fucking realized that on this white carpet, because it was attracting heat from sitting out in the sun, all these fleas were jumping on it. And there were so many of them motherfuckers on that shit, it made the carpet not even look beige, it looked black. That's how many was on it. Ridiculous. Like an inch thick layer of fucking fleas like right across this carpet that I put out in the backyard. So I knew that shit, and I sent this dude out back there wearing shorts and a tank top. This dude had nothing but shorts and a tank top on. I'm like, oh, you just need to take a piss? I was like, go right over here out back. I was like, stand on that carpet. It was it. That dude was standing there pissing. He couldn't even finish. He couldn't even finish pissing. He was standing there. He's letting it flow, and he's like trying to brush his leg, and he realized like he's getting eaten to fucking death over there. Like, it's got me. And there were so many of them on him. It wasn't even funny. Like you could literally like the dude's from the bottom of his shorts down was black. You couldn't see his skin color of his legs anymore. That's how many fleas were on him. That dude took off running like
a demon right there. What you did to him, that was a demon move.
Bullshit. That dude came into my house, brought a bottle there, smiled in my face, was trying to get me drunk so he could start an argument with me, so we could start a fight in my fucking house, smash my fucking shit, and then be like, I beat your ass. Get the fuck out of here. Who was smarter than who?
Now that's just a demon move. Just put him out in a dog park or leave him out for a dog.
Well, there was no way of getting him out of the house without conflict.
Just drag him out to a dump.
I'd have to beat his ass to do that.
No. Just like
Been pissy drunk?
Your bathroom
No.
ain't working and tell him, I'll take you to somewhere else so you can use the bathroom. Then just leave him there.
You could. I got some booze right over here. I'll pour a glass right now for you.
I have different plots for some reason.
You should come over here. It's my mom's birthday today.
Yeah, take him.
I bought her Chinese earlier this week. I walked down to the because my mom got an apartment across the hall from me. So I could take care of her or whatever. I walked down and fucking went out and got the mail. I went and checked on my plants growing or whatever, and then I wanted some of that Chinese myself, so I went down and I bought Chinese for her too and brought it over to her and was like, surprise.
I'll put this on and this on.
Abilities. What's up with this ability right here? 3 points? You fucking bastards, bro. Bastards. That's what they are. Dude, 3 ability points just to be able to hold my breath underwater longer? That's some horse doo-doo. Alright, we're gonna try to make it through this pyramid without it. Fuck it.
I like the fact that you trying to be caution safety.
Well, I've learned a lot in my time. I've been dead 6
Kids
times.
my age heard curses before.
Well, it's because like you have no worries. You don't worry about the things that grown-ups worry about. That's why you can do those things and it's no big deal. Or like you'd be like, you look back on it like, damn, I was fucking stupid. I could have fucking killed myself. Like you weren't thinking that when you were doing it. It's like going outside right now. I used to do back handsprings, forward handsprings. I could just be able to do a flip, no problem, whatever the case may be. But I go outside, I go stand on the edge of a picnic table right now and be like, I'm gonna do a flip, and be looking at it like, yeah, I better not, because I might land on my fucking head and break my fucking neck. That's the problem, is my doubt in myself. Like, I'm 40 years old, almost, just about. I fucking know better than to stand on the edge of a picnic table and try to do a fucking flip. Because I might land on my fucking head and break my neck. When you're a kid, you don't think that, so you just do it, and because you just do it, like that's the problem. You can't think about, I'm gonna stand here and do a flip, but I might break my neck, because chances are the fact that you thought that you might break your neck, now when you attempt to do it, you just might actually will, because one, you gave the idea of life by breathing it out of your mouth, for one, or even thinking it. Anything you think becomes. So to be free-willed minded and not think of those things and just do it is what it takes. And that's kind of what they try kind of train you in the army to do, is like, just don't even think about it, run in there and fucking just shoot the motherfucker. If you get hit, oh, well, you get hit. But if you don't, it's because you weren't thinking about it. You're just thinking about doing what it was you were doing. So like, yeah, it's like, I do put a lot of well thought into things before I do them. Shit happens. You know what I mean? Can't control it when it happens either. And besides, like, it's like right now, let's say I wanted to fucking go and commit a crime of some sort. Let's say I was gonna rob something from a house or a fucking store. And it's just like to have the idea and be like, I'm gonna go do that. Like to put my shoes on and run out of my house and just go do it would be the stupidest thing in the world to do. To sit here and think about it and like basically it would be to conspire to do it, which would be planning to do it. I would have a plan A, B, and C for plan A, B, and C. So in case one of them doesn't pan out, I'm not gonna be standing there holding my junk like, shit didn't work out like the way I thought it would. What am I gonna do now? I'll have a fucking contingency plan that'd be like, okay, shit didn't work out. At this point, I can take this contingency plan right here and run with that. Believe me, if you think in that type of aspect, you don't even have to be intelligently smart to show that you are a little bit more intelligent than the next person. Like, I can't spell worth shit. My spelling is like shit. Like, if I write words the way they sound, not the way that they're spelt or whatever the case may be. But just because I can't spell appropriately like that doesn't not make me intelligent. It's like Albert Einstein was like an intelligent person, but he couldn't do simple math. He couldn't add 2 + 2 = 4. He could do like language algebra math, like physics math, stuff like that, but he couldn't do simple like, what's 7 times 7? 49, you know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't do stupid simple math like that. For being like one of the smartest people in the last like what, 100 or 200 years.
I know one thing. I can say some inspirational stuff, but I can't spell. People want to make fun of me for it.
Well, English wasn't my subject either. Like, I mean, math and science and stuff like that was, or whatever. Anything that had to do with, like, math and science. And I really fucking was like, fuck history, because who gives a shit about the people that were here before us? Who cares what they had to go through? I'm here now. I'm worried about what's going on here and now. I don't care about what happened 2,000 years ago. I can't change that shit. We ain't gonna do nothing about it. If you want to tell me about something that's going to happen in my future, that, you know, we have the ability to do something about changing it here and now, like, yeah, I'm all up for it. But the history that I learned in school, like, nowadays, I'm intrigued by some history because I learned the truthful history, not that bullshit version that they teach you in school or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they tell you, like, you know, the first settlers came here to America, and they were friends with the Indians, and, you know, Indians are savages, and they like to scalp people and shit. Well, like, they forget to tell you the little story about
Indians
how...
are not savages.
I know they're not.
They
They're...
took over.
Look, you're right. The fucking pilgrims came here. They didn't have shit. These Indians were like, hey, how you doing, neighbor? It's good to see other people out there in the world. Oh, you don't know shit? You ain't got shit? You live in modern times? You don't know how to live off the land? Hey, we show you. They showed them people how to live off their land to be able to live and survive and be peaceful, where this was supposed to be the land of the free because there's enough for everybody. Then these motherfuckers were like, alright, thanks a lot, assholes. We own this shit now. We run the show. Oh, you don't like that? Kill these motherfucking Indians. Of course they got mad and fucking started scalping people. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'd be mad too. If, like, you came washing up in my backyard and I'm like, oh, you need some help, buddy? Here, I'll help you. Oh, you feel better now? Stab me in my back. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and scalp your ass too.
Like, that ain't gonna change. Like, you see different people. Like, you want the money? You think our land is full of money? No.
I think everybody in the world should go and get their fucking money right now. Whatever money that they're entitled to, liquidate everything, get every cash dollar bill that they can get their fucking hands on. We all take it out in the middle of the fucking White House right now and put it in their fucking backyard and light it on fire and tell fucking the government that's what we think about fucking money. Give us our fucking gold back. Because that money don't mean shit. It's just a piece of paper that represents fucking debt. I want my gold. I want my gold that I'm entitled to. You can keep your fucking little paper certificates with fucking fancy art on that shit. I'm good. See, that's what the dollar bill is supposed to be for. The dollar bill is supposed to represent the gold that the United States of America has. Well, back in the old days, like, money was based on resources, and that was gold and silver and shit like that. And that's why they have these gold, silver, and red certificate dollar bills. If you had like a $20 bill right now that was like where the green emblem seal on it was gold, you could take that shit down to the bank and be like, I want $20 in fucking gold. And as much as they're going to try to give you 101 excuses, show you 101 rules that say we don't have to give you no fucking gold, that fucking dollar bill, that $20 gold certificate dollar bill, can be changed for $20 in fucking gold. That's that. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I don't care what other fucking rules or laws that they fucking made since then that try to imply or diminish that shit. It's still worth $20 in gold. That's why it's a gold certificate bill. It represents the gold. And it can be traded back in for its original form at any fucking branch of any bank. But of course, no bank has gold on hand to fucking cough out to give to you. That's what they're going to tell you up front. We don't have any gold. No shit. Oh, the gold exists. Listen, that gold exists somewhere, and I guarantee it's not in Fort fucking Knox, because that's what Fort Knox is supposed to be, the United States gold supply. And I guarantee there's no gold in Fort fucking Knox. You can go on a tour there every day of the week, and the one thing you're not going to see in Fort Knox is a gold fucking brick. Period. Fort Knox
I
has
know.
not been audited since like 1963 or 1965. You know why Fort Knox hasn't been audited? It was audited every fucking year, right down to the fucking crumb of gold that they had. Every fucking year from its existence until like 1963, 65. Why? Because they packed up all the gold. It's not fucking there anymore. They started fucking putting out the money that we have today that's not backed up by fucking gold. Therefore, you have no money, you have no power, you got zero value. You can think that shit that you got is fucking money, power, or value, but it's not. You're trading one form of debt for another form of debt. Like in the constitutional amendment, there's a fucking specific law that says no man, woman, child, or government is allowed to print any monetary currency in this country. But we have money. We have cash money. Wait a minute, isn't that a monetary currency? And my government makes that shit. But there's a constitutional amendment fucking law that says no man, woman, child, or government is allowed to print any monetary currency in this country whatsoever.
Well, they breaking their own doggone rules.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Your parents are like rule makers and you're a child as a rule breaker, right? When your parents break one of their own fucking rules, who holds your parents accountable for breaking their own rules?
Themselves.
Well, you think the government's going to hold themselves accountable for breaking their own laws? You think they're going to go throw themselves in jail?
They should.
They're not. The only people that can hold them accountable for that shit is we the people. And here's another reason why they'll say they can get away with that. Like, what is it, the Federal Reserve? Federal Reserve isn't even in the United States. The Federal Reserve isn't even owned by the federal government. It's owned by the banking cartel. That's where money comes from. It's down in the Caribbean islands, outside of the United States. Well, that's who the Pirates of the Caribbean are. The Pirates of the Caribbean used to be the Knights Templars. Who were the Knights Templars? The Knights Templars were the church's assassins that went to different villages and towns and shit and tried to spread the word of the Christian God, Jesus. And when they fucking rolled up in a town or a city or a village and said, oh, well, Jesus is the one true Savior, and people were like, fuck Jesus, we fucking pray to the fucking cow, or the fucking bull, or the fucking ram, or we believe in fucking stardust, they were like, you're fucking heretics, burn them at the fucking stake. They burnt down those villages, they raped and pillaged their women in the fucking villages, and that was the fucking Knights Templar. And after they went out to all those places in the world, trying to spread Christianity to the places that would be conformed, the people who they couldn't conform, they straight wiped them, their civilization, and their fucking religion right out of fucking history, and that's why it doesn't exist today. So whatever that religion was, it don't exist today because of the Knights Templars fucking wiped that shit out of history. Then the Knights Templars came back to the Vatican and said, thank you, Jesus, and the Holy Church of the Vatican. We did God's work. And then the church branded the Knights Templars traitors. Now, this is what Halloween is here in America, and we celebrate it. On October 31st, at fucking midnight, assassins snuck into the Knights Templars' rooms and slit their throats in the middle of the fucking nights. The ones that survived the assassination, had fled north to like Ireland and Scotland and shit and got on boats and sailed the seas, and they became Vikings. Those Vikings became, the ones that went to the north became Vikings, and the ones that went to the south became pirates of the fucking Caribbeans, where they fucking hid their riches and their golds, and still do to this fucking day down in the Caribbean islands where the Federal Reserve is located at. That's not owned by the federal government, it's owned by the banking cartel. The Treasury makes up these fucking certificates they give to the Federal Reserve to trade in for money that the Federal Reserve prints. You got to turn in, like, they'll get these Treasury notes from the Treasury. It's a certificate that says, like, we need $1 billion. They'll take that Treasury note and give it to the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve would be like, oh, we got a Treasury note for $1 billion. we could turn the printing presses on and print another $1 billion.
Then you
That's
know
what-
that's
that's how-
low-key wrong.
Well, that's where our monetary system comes from and how it works. They don't really teach you that shit in school.
Government and
They don't
build
teach it to you like that in school, though, did they? I don't know what they teach you nowadays in school, but they don't teach it to you like that in school. That's something you'll learn on your own outside of school. It's not the story they want you to know.
And they're cutting out some holidays that we don't know about.
Well, like Halloween and shit, like other countries have Halloween and shit like that, but it's not celebrated as the same of us. Like, you know, in Mexico they got Cinco de Mayo or whatever the fuck it is, the Day of the Dead. And that's actually to honor the dead people. We have Halloween here, it's trick or treat. Well, it's a franchise. Buy costumes, sell costumes, buy candy, sell candy. What? Well, here, maybe here in America, but that holiday all originates from... It didn't originate in Ireland. It originated, I just told the story if you were listening, on October 31st at fucking midnight. Assassins went into the Knights Templars' room and slit their throats in the middle of the night. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the Knights Templars that fucking used to fucking hold for the Holy fucking Roman Vatican, man.
Your friend was...
No, I'm not talking about no YouTube theory. That's a fucking fact. That's a historical fucking fact. It's not a fucking YouTube theory. You better go fucking check your fucking history books. Well, All Hallows Eve is a whole nother fucking story, and that still came after what I'm talking about. That's a derivative version of what I'm talking about. Halloween started because the Knights Templars were assassinated in their fucking sleep on October 31st. That's what Halloween is. Every other fucking holiday of October 31st, Hallows Eve, Halloween, Day of the Dead, whatever you want to call it, is a derivative from the fucking assassination of the Knights Templars. I told you, when I fucking...
I could barely hear the other person.
Because he's on the phone.
Oh.
Called me.
I want to hear what he's saying.
See, what I'm saying is, like, when I, like, learn about something... I know.
Oh yeah, you know about Juneteenth?
No.
Juneteenth is actually a real Independence Day.
Well, that's like Thanksgiving. Nobody else around the world except Americans celebrate Thanksgiving because it's a Christopher Columbus holiday when he came here to a fucking America. I mean, Canada has a day like Thanksgiving, and they actually celebrate it on October 31st. Canada's Thanksgiving is October 31st. They don't celebrate Halloween in Canada. The Mexicans celebrate fucking Halloween. They just don't do it in fucking October. It's more like, I think, in June or July. And it's fucking Cinco de Mayo. It's the Day of the Dead. Right. It's not that they went into detail. It's because I fucking learned the history. Like, if I heard about something that say supposedly happened, well, I go back to the beginning of that story and where that story came from and where the beginning of that story came from to get to the original story. Nothing's better than the original. It's like the story of Jesus Christ and Moses and fucking all that bullshit. The Sumerians had it 6,500 years before motherfucking Jesus even fucking was a word to be bred off your fucking tongue, dude. You can't breathe that word off your tongue without the Sumerians. The Sumerians had the story of the Great Flood. Like Moses. Do you know who Moses is? Moses is a title. Moses ain't even a fucking name. Remember? Who was Moses? Moses was a baby that was abandoned in a fucking reef basket and sent down fucking river, and some Egyptian fucking pharaohs found that motherfucker and took him into his kingdom. That means that baby had a fucking different name when he was put in that basket before that fucker found him. And he had a different name. He was called something different by his fucking pharaoh father. And the people of the land called him Moses because Moses was a title, not a person. But it's all a good story. They should try telling it again right. The word Moses is a fucking Sumerian word driven in, and I forgot the fucking meaning of it. It's like speaker of light or some shit like that. Speaker of light or something is what it means. Like Sumerian. Egyptians had a different meaning for it. And that's the problem. Because you could take one word right now and fucking compare it with like 5 different cultures. They all have like, they'll take this one word and all 5 cultures will have a derivative of that word with different fucking types of meanings that are somewhat similar to the fucking original meaning, but not quite.
Knowing our culture was forced to do something.
Well, I'm all about the Sumerians.
You know, Memorial Day was formed by African Americans. Mm-hmm. But the Caucasians decided to take over the holiday. And did you know Martin Luther King was killed in the hospital instead of killed by the shot?
Probably. They
don't want. He was actually killed in the hospital.
You know why? Look, dude, if anybody fucking went out right now and started rallying the fucking people of the United States to their fucking side, they'd assassinate you just to keep control of what they already have in fucking place. You're not changing anything. Because whoever fucking runs the show is not going to let you, as an individual, and the people change anything. And that's to remain, in control. Fucking Donald Trump is a puppet. A lot of people.
But look, he's very dumb.
There's 1% of the world owns everything. 1%. The 1% out of like. There's like the pyramid of life. There's the top of the pyramid. That's 1% of the world populace. They control everything else. And Donald Trump ain't the 1%. He's in like the number 2 or 3%. He gets a paycheck. That means he's being told by somebody what the fuck to do who's paying his check. You think it's we the people who pay his check out of our tax money and shit. And maybe that's so. But in order to have that position, look, he was a multi-billionaire. He owned corporations. The motherfucker went bankrupt 6 times. And when he went bankrupt, he had to borrow money from somebody. Do you know who he asked to borrow money from? Our government. They let him borrow the money. He came back out of fucking being bankrupt and deficit, whatever the case may be. He a puppet now for the government. They did him a favor. They let him borrow some money. That's why he became president, and he's the fall guy. Our government is planning some shit. He's going to probably be president for 8 years, just like every other president before him was. And in his 2nd year, before it's time for him to skedaddle out of office, some shit's going to happen. And they're going to fucking burn him at the fucking stake like a fucking witch. Because he owes them. And he's just the fall guy. He's the guy to point the finger at when shit don't go our way. It's like right now, like, if you were in charge of the fucking United States of America, say like the president, when something you want done don't go your way and the people ain't happy about it, who are they getting mad at? They're getting mad at you. Do you want them pointing the finger at you? Do you want them to be knocking on your door like, yo, what's up with this shit? Are you gonna fucking do something about it? No. And that's the same thing with the 1% of the people who run the show in the world. They don't want to hear our little fucking bitchy whiny shit. They don't want us knocking on their door like, yo, when you gonna do something about that shit? And they definitely don't want us pointing their finger at them to be like, it's your fucking fault, cocksucker, you're gonna do something about it. We ain't happy about it. We want something done about it. They don't want to answer to us, and they don't feel they need to have to answer to us. Well, I say we take what the fuck they got and give it back to the people who fucking own it. And that's us. I ain't greedy. I don't care. Whatever it was. Let's say it was $1 trillion. Let's divide $1 trillion by every fucking person in the world. 9.3 billion people in the fucking world. Let's divide it. Right? I don't care if that broke down to everybody got $100,000. That's more than fucking what they had. That's plenty enough to fucking go and get something and have something. And if you're that dumbass that takes your $100,000 and goes and smokes that shit and then wants to still go out and rob and steal and cheat because now everybody's got fucking money and it's easy to fucking manipulate someone, then we're fucking gonna fucking burn your ass at the fucking stake. Period. We're taking people like you right out of the equation. You were given an opportunity to have a better life like everybody else was, and you squandered it away. After that, we're fucking burning you right at the stake. In live public, so everybody could see that shit. Huh?
Where did you hear that theory about?
That's my theory. Put me in fucking charge. I'll show you how it's done. Motherfuckers are definitely... everybody and their brother would be trying to assassinate me because nobody'd be happy about the way I changed shit. I'd make the people that didn't have no power have fucking power, and people who had power, you would have no more fucking say, or you'd have no more fucking power. Period. And anything you ever fucking got or had in your life, we're taking it from you. You didn't work for it, you didn't earn it, you fucking cheated that shit. So it's being taken from you and given back to the people it deserves to belong to. Oh yeah, this is where they killed me. Get out of here, bitch. Come on down.
Someone need to do something.
I'm deep inside this fucking pyramid tomb right now. And fucking there's alligators in here.
Why alligators?
All because there's like some water in here, so wherever that water got in, that's where they got in. is right. This fucking controller shit is touching. Right in the mouth. Fuck else wants it?
Naked ass up, clean your room up. I'm not. Y'all fix this room here. I don't never rest when I'm at home. Get your ass up.
No more torches to lay up in here. Ain't no light. Yeah, that's the way we came in. I see fire burning that way. Alright. Mm-hmm. Dum 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 dum. Oh. Yeah, dude, you gotta be careful in these tombs. They got booby traps and all kinds of shit, man. I'd be playing Assassin's Creed Origins in fucking Egyptian times, dude. Hell yeah, it is. It's one of the better Assassin's Creeds I've ever played.
I could have got that game for dirt ass fucking cheap a million times. That's probably what you did, right? You probably got one of those deals.
Yeah, that's right. I got like the fucking gold edition. Like 20 bucks, 30 bucks.
Detroit Become Human is free now.
I know. You shoot.
But I didn't pay much for it. I got the last deal on it.
Just be thankful Sony changed the title because that wasn't the game that was supposed to be free this month. You wouldn't have wanted the other game.
Well, I got that fucking race car game and that
Yeah.
game's fucking fun.
Fuck that shit. That reminds me of fucking, what is that old Sega game, Outrun?
Nah, it's fucking fun, dude. It plays good.
I don't give a shit. I ain't never gonna play it, but like, you were supposed to get, FIFA 2019 for fucking PlayStation Plus this month, but they swapped that out. Yeah, I don't want that shit. I'd never play that. If baseball, football, basketball, soccer, UFC, don't give me any of that shit. Never gonna play any of them crap sports games. I'm not an energetic person. I never cared for sports. Ask this kid on the phone over here. He used to beg me all the time to come play fucking two-hand touch, and I never wanted to play because it was never two-hand touch. As soon as they got the ball in my hand, it was an excuse to fucking tackle me. I should have got up and punched those motherfuckers in the throat when I was a kid. That's what I should have did. It'd been the last time they fucking tackled me. They would have got the two-hand touch all right, a fucking 1-2 right in the fucking throat and the mouth. Fucking a right hook to the fucking throat and a fucking left hook to the fucking mouth. There's your two-hand touch. That's why fucking people like fucking Bruce and fucking Mike never fucking liked me or whatever. Because I'm a free-willed thinking person, and you couldn't get me to conform to your fucking stupid ideas. That's why they fucking never liked me. Like, Mike could tell Bruce something, and that motherfucker'd eat it with a fucking spoon. Bruce would tell Mike something, and he'd spread that shit on a piece of bread and eat it like a sandwich. You'd come along, and they'd try to tell you or convince you otherwise. Sometimes you'd go with it, and sometimes you'd be like, fuck whatever. And then I'd come along and be like, you guys are just retarded, and you got that shit all wrong. And then they fucking like that shit. That's what it really fucking boils down to. What do you mean that's what it boils down to? The way I see it, it's still even to this day. Those people could be dead ass wrong in their face, and I could fucking prove to them that they were dead ass wrong in their face, and they'd fucking still fucking tell me I was wrong because it's just me. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we gotta make sure we go the right way up there. Don't. Bummer. I ain't running out of air this time. We're getting all that loot. I ain't playing that shit.
Ancient writing from the Old Kingdom.
How did I not get this last night? I must have been high or something last night, because that wasn't hard at all. I got lost down there in fucking underwater tunnels. That's what the deal was. Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm just sitting here playing it. Streaming it. Streaming it. I was gonna say, I was just in there and there was no fucking arrow. Hoo-hoo. Oh, word. They got some dudes on this game right now, these red dots. Those dudes are like impossible to kill. Like I got level 30 fucking weapons and shit, dude. And these dudes, dude, I think he's only like a level 22 or something like that. Can't touch him. Sickening. Alright, so I'm over here. I mean, I like this game. This game's alright. Ooh, we got 3 points. Good, give me this. Oh, good. Get the poison arrows. Where's some poison arrows? These are poison darts. 2 points. That's the move. Take out 2 dudes at once now. And we'll get them poison darts next. what's that? Like we can. Hmm. 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 Har Dubai. I don't know. I wasn't even doing the main quest. I was doing everything else. I be looking in the fucking tombs in the pyramids. That's where I'd be at. This bowl is fucking beat. I guess I'll pack up another one, 'cause I need to smoke on this little boat trip I'm on. Smoking and sailing, sailing and smoking.
You'll never know until you try to.
I think we're gonna go look at some more like tombs or something like that. I mean, I'm headed down to like a lost treasure location right now. I'm gonna get that lost treasure, and then we'll see about this tomb. Because I think that's what those yellow fucking question marks are. Seems to be like they're fucking tombs or something. You know what? Let's get a soda and we'll have a drink. Have a drink on me. No. You act like you're here. For what? Every day is the same day when you don't do nothing. Fuck. Every fucking day.
Bacon.
Oh, you want a cherry Pepsi too? We're gonna have a drink tonight.
You have something?
Hmm?
You have something?
Well, I got a little something, something. No Metallica whiskey for Matt. It's gonna be another fucking bottle I drink.
I found
You
some
do-
ginger spice at Dollar Tree.
You do know that, like, I already drank that other bottle of fucking Metallica whiskey and went and got another bottle of that, right? That's what I poured into my decanter. I only bought one when we were there. Well, I only bought one when we were there. A long time ago. And then I was somewhere not long ago, and they had the 081, so I was like, yeah, I get that. They're like that top, I know. It's fucking, it's the shit. Kill a motherfucker with this. For real. Oof. I don't know. Mama. Dee. Drink it right out that bitch. Hey, that's not a bad dig. You're drinking right out that bitch. But we don't need to. Fuck. Fuck me sick. Ooh. 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 Yo, that first shot's always a kick to the dick. God damn. God fucking damn. God fucking damn, that's some good fucking shit. Like, what, boy? Like, whoa. That was a straight kick to the dick. Straight kick to the dick. I am the Pharaoh. Khufu. Where the fuck is King Tutankhamun's fucking tomb up in here? I was gonna say, I think I already got that. Snatch up all that. So, welcome to the dope show, yeah. Should get one of them sailboats. Cruise a little bit faster. We're going back in that, we're coming back for that nut. Some shit over there. We're gonna smoke some dope. Got the fire, got the dope. I was just showing like the fucking ancient Egyptian shit over here, like boom. So we're having a drink. Like, look at that. Come get you some. I got my own obelisk, like. Yeah. What? You know what that is? The shiznit. Mm-hmm. All right. Ooh. Wow, 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 wow. One of these days, man, we're gonna throw one of these lightsabers straight into that TV. That'll be the day when you know I had enough of it all. When I take a lightsaber and throw it like fucking Darth Vader style across the fucking room, like boom, 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 straight into a fucking TV. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Oh. Hey, is that boat? Let's check out some titties hanging out. Let me see what you got. What? You're a fucking bitch. Get off this boat, motherfucker. Right now. This is my spot. The last boat I got on, this bitch had her fucking titties hanging out. But she was sitting where I was sitting and I was sailing that shit and I was like, yeah, we're gonna take this little fucking young flat-chested virgin out here to the middle of the lake, somewhere out in the Nile. I'm gonna give it to her and fucking stab her in her fucking throat and throw her overboard and leave her for the crocodiles. Kufu. Lord Kufu. This fucking cocksucker. Calls me at the end of the day like, yo, let's do something. Nah, dude, the day's over. Good. And don't be sailing away once we get to the spot either, bitch. I need another ride back to the fucking land. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, I can't figure out why that shit keeps doing that every time. It puts you on Bluetooth headphones, disconnect Bluetooth headphones. It says on, hold. It says on, hold, and I can't.
Cause it's usually better if you connect. Right, because it's usually better if you connect all that shit and then fucking make your call or whatever the fuck. If you try to do shit like that, sometimes in the middle of it. Oh. Oh, that's funny, man, because the phone's more closer to my fucking speaker, fucking as loud as it is, than fucking I am to fucking where I'm sitting with this fucking pulling my lightsaber out. Well, then you just take the call off of hold. That's because you don't know how to That's because you don't know how to take the call off hold. Dubai, Dubai. Yo, bitch, didn't I tell you not to sail away? We ain't got no other motherfuckers, like... You ain't getting another fucking bite out of my ass, bitch. Somebody bring me a boat. Like ace that. Yo, these dudes are supposed to just come fucking flying right up and bringing me a boat. If I get over here and then somebody comes cruising up, I'm gonna be pissed. Again, to see me fucking swimming over here for a fucking mile. Dubai. Yo, dude, don't be taking me no bumfuck Egypt. You better let me drive this.
I will return it later.
fucking moon. Yeah, boy. Make sure you don't float away. The current. And you don't sail away. I need that shit when I'm done. See this fucking show. That's a good boy. And you know what? We need that pelt, so let's go get it. Yo, is that a crocodile? Is this that date night trophy? It is. Get him. Yeah, get him, boy. You were gonna call you Sheba. That's Simba. How about that? Oh, let's go get that skin. Another crocodile? Hey, buddy. Need some real pelts. What's that? Some gazelle over here? Some vultures and shit. Got some gazelle. What's going on, peoples? Welcome to the Get High channel. You already killed all the gazelle around here. 7:45.
I almost like to go buy a PS3 and a fucking camera so I can get back on the chat room.
And a PS3? I ain't in no chat room, I'm streaming. Go get him. Yo, that vulture got that motherfucker, I saw it, he came down. Oh, look, there he is. I was hunting some gazelle over here, dude, and these vultures were eyeballing them and shit. I shot one, and then, like, fucking a vulture came down and got the other one for me, so I was like, yeah, or maybe it was my eagle, I don't remember. Go get it. What happened to that boar? Fucking rat shit. Track it. Oh shit, a bunch of shit up here. Going in the tomb. The mummified pharaoh, pretend dead in his cage. Don't touch, never ever steal, unless you're ready for the kill. And then you've been hit by the curse of the pharaohs. Should go in the tomb with the mummy outfit on, like. This bull kind of sucks, man. Every time I pack that shit, I get like 2-3 hits out of it and then it's beat. I don't give a fuck how much I put in that shit. It's like 2-3 hits, 4 hits maybe, and it's beat. How about this bowl? Oh. Come on down and smoke that shit. The bud is right, it's always green. Bro. Fresh night. What you talking about, dude? I tamed me a fucking lion. Look at the fucking moon down here in this part of the lane. Beware all who enter, for here lies coming to our loot. And are the forms of coming in. Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. I already marked shit on my map. Come on, man. What the fuck's he going after? I don't think he's my shit no more. If that's the case, dude, where are you going? You can't be going anywhere. There's no more land left. What's that bullet? Don't act like I ain't never lit up. There. Any more torches around here? Fireworks you can't burn, that's good shit. See, that's what I mean. Like, what's the problem? Like, can't one grab that shit? See, that's what I mean, bro. Really? Is that what they want? They've just been being slick about it. Wasn't there another stone around here? Right. Can I find another stone around here? Can't move his fucking stones either? What the fuck? Dude don't want to grab shit. That's the problem, look. Dudes in here? I wonder how them fucking torches got lit.
It's gone for now. Let's keep my eyes open though.
The guards here are vigilant.
What? What? Hey!
Ancient writing from the Old Kingdom.
fuck am I looking over there? Activate the ancient mechanism. Let me find out. I got to find all the ancient writings or something.
Retransmission, segment 4, acquiring contemporaneity. It has been 99 days since the great catastrophe. The messenger speaks.
On the 21st day of December 2012, Desmond activated the global Aurora Borealis device and protected the Earth from the sun's deadly coronal mass ejection. On the 21st day of December 2012, humanity carried on without a care in the world. People went to work, people went to school, and people went to the well for water. On the night of December 21st, 2012, as the sun set on their days, humankind went to bed. Then on the morning of December 22nd, 2012, humankind was graced with yet another morning. They never knew that on the previous day, the world almost ended. We thought that would have been enough.
I know what you're talking about.
And it was, until it wasn't. Time is unyielding. It always corrects itself.
Right.
The language of time works in many ways, two of which you can understand, as you are now. Linear continuity is a simulation that allows for variations. Within the linear continuity, there are nodes, choke points, moments where algorithms converge the flows of superposed possibilities to a single moment, where only one absolute truth is possible.
Right.
Paths are fluid, continuous. function collapses the paths into nodes which branch out. Again and again. And again. And so I wonder, can you feel the wave collapsing, trying to course-correct Desmond's act of defiance? The incoming node needs the world to end. The algorithms have been carving the flow of possibilities towards that end for over 100 years now. A labyrinth of trenches filled with mud and mustard gas. Families cowering in fear as V2s vaporize their dwellings.
This dude don't even know what the fuck
Fire born from the bellows of the Los Alamos laboratory, fueling global catastrophes. The Serpukov 15 incident of 1983. The Doomsday Clock, tucked away in an office at the University of Chicago, its needle moving as the years go. The node is near. Perhaps you knew. Perhaps you felt it too. That the world is closing in on you.
Getting more than fucking lions. Hippo. fucking way around the coast. Woohoo. Don't you fucking jingle jerk me around. Jingle jerk me. Jingle jerk me around. Like do that shit again. Believe me, they hated me in school. Oh shit. Ah. Oh, yeah. Jingle jerker. Jingle jerk me. Don't you jingle jerk me around. What's up? Whatever is relevant, huh? Jingle jerker. Jingle jerker Heimer. Hey, you're the bitch that fucking left you stranded last time. You're like they don't cut you.
هي تقاش مايو غمك وش قاعد صبا قاعد سننف تقانتشر
تكيشو كرسالة.
Forgive me.
اي شيت غد 5 مرو ايرت
Have a seat, bitch.
مرو موت بورسف يستعنت او جدت
Oh, we got a good gust. Ride it. So you can leave me again in the wind, bitch. I brought that alligator in the woods. Yo, that was my original boat. What the fuck was today? Saturday? Oh, yeah.
Those are the scales, called Gonsu. When we die, the goddess Ma'at weighs our hearts on them against her white feather.
I remember this. If our hearts appear in light, we walk in the field of reeds.
Very good. You were listening. The scales measure truth and justice, which is why Magi pursue these two things above all others.
The Nubian. That was Anubis. Bro, what the fuck happened to my brother? Hey, brakes, I'm not bitch around. Oh, you go my way. Oh, you go my way.
My need is great.
If you want to suck some dick, bitch, I suggest sitting down and shut the fuck up. Oh shit. Why you tell me there's a rock, bitch? Fuck. Somebody wants a motherfucking invite. What is?
a minute.
Singer chilling, playing the game. No. Well, I got some drinks. I just did a couple shots here earlier. I made 2 fucking ribeye steaks instead of like, dude, I ate like 3 pounds, man, because they're like £1.5 pounds each, ribeye steaks. So I ate like 3 whole pounds. That's a fat surfing, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, what, 12 ounce is normal fucking size you get or somewhere. You know what I mean? 16 ounces to full pound. I got some rice papers from fucking the Netherlands. Oh yeah, I've been exploring some fucking tombs. Just sitting here chilling and fucking smoking a bowl, playing this game. I do that almost all the time. not that much, but I get there. No, that's probably like the average stuff I smoke, so I'd be good. Hybrid strains. Right. That's why I rolled a joint and fucking took it outside and was sitting by my plants. Fucking smoked that shit. He's doing alright. This one got so big it was already fucking, I don't know, the wind blew or something and it got caught underneath like a little branch of another fucking plant or something like that. Fucking by it. So then it was leaning like sideways and then it decided to fucking just lay itself the fuck down and grow sideways. But that's alright because like in the end when I cut that fucker, the whole stem of the plant will be able to fucking, if it's a big fat one, be able to make a cane out of that shit, a walking stick, and it'll have a curved fucking handle. Like, I already got one right now. I could probably show that shit on stream somewhere if I dig it out. This fat ass plant that I fucking grew. It was thick, like. But the main stem of the plant though, if they're big, thick, fat, round enough and shit, you could fucking take it and dry them out, let them dry out and shit, and you make walking sticks out of them, like legit. You can show that shit to people like, yo, this was a weed plant, I grew it. Right. Like, even if I get something to feed my plant, I go and get this shit. It's like fucking, it looks like black death or whatever. But all it is like fish guts and shit like that or whatever, like in a concentrated form, and it's like straight black, like fucking, like super used motor oil and shit, just death. Black death. But it's good shit. Like I put a couple caps fulls of that shit in like just water or whatever and shake it up and fucking mix it up like that or whatever. And when I feed the water to the plants, it's in the fucking water and they get it. What's this? Cygnus?
That is Horus, the Falcon, the great black one, god of the sky. The sun is his right eye, and the moon is his left eye. Forever he flies across the
What? I got some shit. Not here. Well, it probably was hot, but I'm just saying, inside my apartment.
What?
What the fuck is it with this fucking follow road is not available? I am on a fucking road. Follow that fucking road. It's a main road for fuck's sake too. Playing that pool. Oh, I was spoken to the boat. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, I think probably about 6 shots. I didn't eat my dinner. I didn't eat my dinner yet either. Well, I ordered a half a fucking sheet pizza yesterday with the works, fucking chicken wings with some loaded nachos, chicken fingers with fucking french fries, and oh yeah, lasagna, lasagna dinner with fucking salad and a fucking garlic bread, and I ate all that shit except for my lasagna and some of the pizza. $60. Yeah. A half a sheet pizza with the fucking works and like 24 chicken wings, loaded fucking nachos, a lasagna dinner with a fucking salad and garlic bread, and like four or 5 chicken fingers, and they're pretty fat size, with some fucking fries or whatever for like $58. Well, it's real chicken, and they actually bred that shit. Yeah. Probably, or whatever. Well, oh, and I got some Dougals, They call them fucking Dougals because they're like these little, like, bite-sized pieces of fucking dough or whatever, fucking, and cinnamon sugar or whatever, like some fucking pizza free. Or fried dough or whatever. Alright.
Everyone, get in position.
I slept all day. There's nothing better to do. Because I knew as soon as I got up, I'd fucking play some of this game, and fucking that's pretty much all I did. So. Alright. Later. Oh, that's them fucking elephants. And we can't fuck with them. Who sent me that message?
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. nigger fight.